man. You know, if we want and the weather's nice, we can fish, hang out, just chill, and then hit the second wave at 1.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as I'm...
All right, so we came over here to the other side of the lake, and as you can see, we got the ice off going on. So we got about, I don't know, 10 feet that go out before the ice starts, and then we've got these little pockets that'll thaw out throughout the day, just because there's a little bit of surface ice on there. But I've been seeing the real big fish kind of like lurk in the shadows down here. So I think as the sun comes up and it melts off this little layer that formed overnight, just like this little tiny layer, once that melts off, then I'll be able to get the flies out here and try to coax some of these cuts out from underneath the shadows, because like they're hanging out underneath this ice right here, like the shadow right here. I see them kind of swimming, and they're kind of coming in out of the shadows a little bit and keep going, but they're staying in the shade. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get some, excuse me, hopefully I can cut into some, or catch in, I can't even talk. Hopefully I can So hopefully I can hook into some good ones, and then I want to show y'all what they look like, because the fish here are just absolutely beautiful. What do you say, Pumpkin? Why don't we go underwater here and see what this looks like? Oh, does that slide down with this? Oh, I'm glad that held. Okay, let's see what this looks like underneath here. Alpine Lake, frozen over. Storm's coming in, so we gotta leave. It's above tree line and it's thundering like crazy. The lightning will get us up here, so we gotta roll. So we're jamming down. Yeah, it looks like snow.
Yeah, I think we came across right here.
Did we? Okay. Well, let's go across here and we'll jam it out. Well, we could go down and just connect over there.
I mean, you got the trail right there.
Yeah, so we're good if we just go across this way. We kind of make our way down like a 45-degree angle. How are we looking?
Yeah, I think across over there.
Okay. We can probably just follow this down.
That's what I'm thinking. We can cross right down there.
Yeah. Set up here over by Leadville at the moment, and it looks like the storm is just passing because we're starting to get some sun coming through the clouds, which is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook up that brook trout, because I want to try doing this recipe to where I fry it up in cornmeal and flour, and I think it calls for like cayenne pepper and a bunch of different things. So I'm gonna grab the trout right here. I've been holding this guy in the fridge, which is great. I tell you what, brook trout keeps, you can't really tell by looking at it here, can't tell by the side, but it keeps much better in a fridge compared to an ice chest. Because I used to roll around with an ice chest for 4 years before I got that Dometic fridge, and it's been such a game changer. I mean, like, asparagus in a cooler goes bad in a day, hands down. It would like most would be like 2 days that I would get, and here it could be like a week or however long it will stay. So, you know, it just helps with keeping food, and as evidenced by the brook trout here, I mean, it's got all of its coloring, and still looks great in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and follow the instructions online to cook the brook trout up this way, because what I normally do is I either smoke it or I'll just bake it, and I can bake it in a foil wrap, or you can like kind of grill it / bake it, like just over an open fire. But the only thing about that is if you have any sort of wood that's punky or anything like that, that odor can get into the meat and then it kind of tastes funny. So, but let's get this going and see how it turns out. I'm gonna use the cast iron for this. Dang it, now the storm's really acting back up again. I'm starting to get drops on us and it's starting to thunder really bad. And so I was just getting ready to get going here with this recipe. And I've got the cornmeal, the flour, and some cayenne, and then the olive oil. Dang it, here comes the rain. Let's hope this is just a passing rain and not one that's gonna stay, because this is going from the right to the left. And so I think this is gonna just go over us real quick, because right over here, and we've got the sun coming out, so I don't think anything major is gonna happen as far as rain. But it's just, I mean, we're just right on the edge of it, and it's like, I keep on starting, you know, like getting things going. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop because it's gonna rain like crazy. Hey, I wanted to point out, we're right on the river right here. So if you can see, it's kind of blown out with this, with the light, but it's coming down this way right here, and then comes around down there. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, let's hope this rain stops real soon, and then we can start cooking. So I'm gonna get everything under cover. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put up the tarp. So it's gonna be like this. I could at least pull the stove and everything underneath here, and then we'd be set. So I'm gonna get. Yeah, I wanted to show real quick why I chose a smaller fish, and the reason is with this recipe is that this fish is a 10-inch brook trout, and you can see this is a 10-inch round cast iron skillet, but it wouldn't fit quite perfect unless I cut the head off, which is what this recipe calls for. So I'll be battering up the meaty portion here, and we can remove the head just right behind the gills here, and also the front fin, and we'll be good to go. And the rest of the fins here, you just take those off after you fry it up. But once I remove the head there, then it will fit in there perfectly, because it will just be like nice and flat, and then it'll be good to go as far as frying it up. I'm excited to try this out. It's gonna be good. All right, so the recipe I'm using calls for half of a cup of flour and half of a cup of cornmeal, but that's if you have 2 fish. So I'm just going to use like a little bit less than that. That way I can save a little bit of these supplies. So we'll do like a quarter of that. A bunch of mosquitoes hanging around, and then whoops, got some twigs in my flour. All right, let's see here. All right, there we go with that. And then it calls for, let's see, I think we've also got, I'm gonna do some black pepper and some salt. So I've got this salt here. We can use the other side. As you can tell, I don't cook very often. I pretty much just throw stuff together. Alright, let's see. So we get the salt, and then we get some cayenne that we're going to throw on there. I can't remember if we got pepper that we're going to put on there or not, so I'll look and see if the pepper's on there. But the cayenne, same thing. It's about, I think it's about a teaspoon. So I'm just going to do a few dashes. Just trim my nails. Okay, I got some cayenne in my eye. Left one here, got a bunch in it and a little bit on the right, but it just stings all the way around my eye. Like an idiot, I pushed on this thing and I forgot, of course, up at elevation, everything's pressurized a lot more. And I barely pushed on it, thinking like, I'm just gonna just like punch a hole and then I can rip it out. And I pushed it and it all backfired and hit me in the face and got in my eyes. I tell you what, that sucks. My eyes are burning so bad right now. But got everything in there that I need. I just need to put a little bit of salt, or I'm sorry, a little bit of pepper. Let's do that real quick. All right, we're gonna call it good with that. And you know, I think I'm gonna leave the head on. There's enough room in there. I know it'll be flexible with the cooking. It won't lock into one place like rigor mortis style. So I'm just gonna leave the head on. It's gonna be simple. I'm gonna just to get this stuff kind of mixed up a little bit, and then we're gonna get the oil heated up, and then we're gonna start cooking. So yeah, I tell you, my eyes are burning. I really hope this goes away so I can go to sleep at night, because right now there'd be no way I go to sleep, because it's like a bunch of cayenne pepper right to the face. Always an adventure, right? All right, let's get this oil going. All right, now what the recipe says is just take the fish, and while you're heating up your oil over here, you just take it and push it into the cornmeal stuff and get it all over it. Get it all nice and done up with the cornmeal. Whoops. Gonna be a little messy here because my plate that I'm using to get all this stuff over the fish is actually the little bowl that I use. I've had this same bowl and mess kit since I was in Boy Scouts. So it's the one that I got when I was 13 years old. I think I was 13 or maybe 12. But let's put a little bit more of this on here. And I think we're good to go. Yeah, it caked on pretty good. All right, now the moment I've been waiting for. Throw this in here and see what's gonna happen. All right, I think I need to put some more oil in maybe. I don't know about that head on there. Oh, we can do it like that. We can cook it like sideways. I need to get this oil going a little bit more. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit and see how we're doing here in a couple minutes. It's getting close. I can say this smells just so incredibly good. It's unreal. So I can't wait to dive into this. I'm going to pair it with an avocado salad. And I think we'll have ourselves a great dinner. All right, just got the salad prepared there. So I use avocados with yellow bell peppers, red bell peppers, onion, and a little bit of baby spinach. We've got the trout right here. Brook trout all done, looking good. Voila! Backcountry gourmet right there. I'm excited to get this thing down. So we're gonna hop in the topper because the rain just picked back up here and it's kind of coming in. So at first it was coming in from that direction, then it was coming down there, and now it's coming in from over there, but whatever. So we're gonna hop in here. Sierra's already in there. She's ready for her treat, and I am ready to mow this thing down. Holy cow, this is so good. You just peel the skin back here and then just dig out any meat, and you just pull it straight out, and that way the bones don't come out with it, and then you just munch it down, and it's super good. That cayenne pepper, you can taste that in there. It gives it a little bit of a bite. So good. Golly, this is amazing. This is my new favorite way to cook trout. I used to always just like, you know, bake it or do it over the spit or even do it like a foil pack. I just do it every once in a while because I know that foil's not that good for you. But everybody's like, you gotta fry them. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go through the whole process of frying because that was just easy just to bake them. But now I'm gonna go through the process of frying them because this is amazing. I've been missing out since I was like, I've been eating trout the same way for like 40 years. So I've got a new way now, which is nice.